How is the real estate market after the fires? 6 weeks after the Eaton Fire, friends, neighbors, and clients are still asking me how the real estate market is doing. Are people selling houses? Will prices go up? Will they go down in areas hit hardest by the fire? Will there be a housing crash? There are so many unanswered questions, some of which we just need time to sort them out. In the meantime, here are my thoughts on what I've personally experienced since the fires. Some buyers have left the building. Yes, I had a set of buyers who said thanks but no thanks after the firestorm in January. They were actively home shopping, and we were even in escrow during the holidays. Their concerns for homeowners insurance, inventory of homes for sale, and now having to compete with 7,000 displaced homeowners was just way too much for them. In speaking with some of my agent colleagues, they've had buyers back out of escrow the week of and weeks after the fires. Why? They either got cold feet or just couldn't get the homeowner's insurance when the fires were active. Side note on this, it's very common with insurance companies pausing on writing new policies during a natural disaster. Now these neighborhoods can get fire insurance because the fires are out, but only through the California Fair Plan, which has a $3 million limit. The first 3 weeks after the fires, yes, the real estate market was on pause. No open houses, no requests for showing. Heck, you couldn't even apply for a home loan or get approved for one while the fires were still active. And you couldn't close escrow. There were a few deals I heard go through because all contingencies were removed. However, lenders and homeowners insurance requested photos of those properties right before the loan was funded. Why? To ensure the property was still intact and not damaged. I had 2 listings launched within 3 weeks of the fires happening. During the first week of open houses, I had Eaton Fire victims coming to both my homes to look, and they were looking to buy. Why? Most of them said their insurance companies said it would take a minimum of 5 years to rebuild. So they said, why not build some equity while I wait and purchase something rather than pay rent? I was so impressed by the home buyers when I met their family and friends who were stepping up and putting down their own money to help them on their behalf. This strategy makes total sense. I have to admit, it was heartbreaking to see them though. I had a group come through where the buyers lost their home and the agent representing them did as well. None of these people were planning on buying, but if you have the means, it is now a good time to do just that. There are predictions that many more people will be home shopping in the upcoming months once they get their insurance payouts. An agent in my office just went into escrow on a condo because he said, I got it at asking price, it's available now, and I can pay the mortgage. He plans to rebuild his home in Altadena and keep the condo he purchased as an investment property once his home is finally rebuilt. In case you haven't heard, burn lots are now going up for sale. The first one happened a couple weeks back and it sold $100,000 over asking. Everyone was thinking this was going to take months to happen. But when it was announced that the Army Corps of Engineers would no longer be soil testing for contaminants on each lot, why wait? Most lots are being listed as single-family homes on the MLS, and they can do so because they still have their foundations intact. Once a burn lot was for sale in my office, it was in escrow within 7 days. Because these are technically land lots for sale, they must be all cash. And what have we learned? The cash comes out when there's opportunity. So why are people selling, you may ask? Lots of reasons. They may not have homeowners insurance because their home is cleared and paid for, and there's a gap between what FEMA is giving them and the cost to rebuild. The Eaton Fire destroyed quite a few homes where the homeowners were homeowners 50 plus years. They own it free and clear. It was their nest egg, their retirement, and their life savings all in one location. Now that it's gone, they will not get that money even remotely close to what they could have sold it for. So many have choose to sell the lots, get what they can, and move on. I also know a family that was planning on relocating out of state, and summer 2025 was going to be the year they sell their home. Well, now their plans are in high gear because unfortunately their home was lost in the fire and their daughter's school was lost too. As a result, I'm seeing more and more fire victims coming out to purchase and not rent. And some are coming well financed. There is a home that sold recently for hundreds of thousands over asking, and it was completely furnished. What have we seen? If the home is right, the people will come. As the weather gets warmer with spring approaching, I personally feel there are going to be a lot more buyers entering the market simply because they want to buy and they have to buy. These people who've lost their homes have lived in them for years, some for decades, and the thought of renting is just not an option for them. They will do whatever it takes to own. And as for competitiveness, when there's more demand, there's just more competition. One of my listings got multiple offers, and I know of other listings that have gotten 30 offers. One home I heard got 55 offers. I know this news sounds daunting, but this is where your agent that you know, like, and trust can do some heavy lifting for you. Plus, being open-minded. And I really saw that with the fire victims. I was hearing them say things like, I lived in a 4-bedroom home, but you know what? I'm good with a 2. The agent in my office who lost his home, he got a condo. He doesn't care. He's like, I'm thrilled that I got something that I can pay a mortgage on. One thing I can tell you is that it's wonderful to see all these notable neighborhoods surrounding Altadena coming together to support and help everyone with open arms. If you need any assistance or help navigating finding housing for yourself, friends, or family, I am grateful to be of service to you. I'm Nicole with Think Real Estate. Happy to help.